Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Mina. I'm a culinary school grad and former professional cook, and today we're making FroYo. This is really exciting. Yes, you do need an ice cream machine. If you don't use one, you're just not gonna get the right consistency that we're looking for. Even if you use GUMS, you're just gonna get more of a slimy consistency, not that nice soft serve consistency or the FroYo that we're looking for. All right, so first thing, let's talk about the ice cream machine that we're using. So I am using the Cuisinart. It's the 2-quart one. This was only like $70. It wasn't really that expensive in terms of kitchen equipment. And there are more expensive ones out there, like $200 or $300, but I'm not really going to make that much ice cream that I need that. But overall, I thought this was the good medium choice. So it's gonna come with the machine, obviously, the lid, and then the churner, which is supposed to spin, but this doesn't actually spin. What spins is a motor here, and that's where the bowl goes. And this is the thing that actually spins. So this would go in here and it would turn around and this thing stays stationary inside. Very important, you need to put this in the freezer the night before. It needs to go in the freezer until it's completely frozen solid. This is a double-walled bowl. There's a liquid in between these two walls right here, and that liquid needs to freeze. So when you shake it around, you shouldn't hear any sounds at all. If you hear a liquid sloshing back and forth, it's not completely frozen solid. Leave it in the freezer until it's completely frozen. So just leave it all the way in the back of the freezer next to the fan. That's gonna be the coldest spot of the freezer. So make sure you do this the night before. All right, so the ingredients. This is frozen yogurt, so we need some yogurt. Whole milk, full fat yogurt.
Whole milk, full fat yogurt.
Yes, it does need to be full fat or whole milk yogurt. If you use fat-free yogurt, it just won't work out the same, and I am not responsible for what happens if you use fat-free yogurt. So guess we're using whole milk yogurt. We need light cream. So this isn't heavy cream, it's light cream. It has slightly less calories than heavy cream. If you can afford the calories, absolutely use heavy cream, but light cream will work just fine here. Skim milk. This is the 2%, so it does have a little bit of fat as well. Fat and sugar play a very important part in ice cream and in how it freezes. So that's why we really do need a certain amount of fat in here. And then for the sugar and the sweetener, I'm gonna use some raw honey. So you can use regular sugar if you want. Sweetener isn't gonna have the same effect as actual sugar on the consistency and texture of the ice cream. So I suggest just using some raw honey. And if you suffer from allergies, I suggest that you try out some local raw honey. It really helps with allergies since it's made by bees in your area. So check that out. And then we need some kind of whey protein or just any kind of a protein. I'm using Jack Factory. I'm specifically using the chocolate salted caramel. I just really like this flavor. If you want to buy anything from Jack Factory, make sure to use code MINA. You'll save yourself 20% off and support the channel. And I'll put a link in the description to make it easier for you. For the toppings, they're obviously completely optional, but what I'm gonna use is some pretzels and some toffee bits. I just think they really go well together with the salted caramel. I like that combination. So I know you're probably thinking, do we need any gums, xanthan gum, guar gum, any other kind of gums? So you don't really need them. I tried this recipe without any gums. I'll have a video on the screen, but it didn't need gums. The reason that you would use gums is to inhibit the crystallization of ice. So what happens is when you freeze anything, you form ice crystals. And in the case of ice cream, we want very small ice crystals. If you have big ice crystals, you get a chunky ice cream that's gonna be very icy and it's not gonna be a pleasant texture to eat. So we want very, very small, tiny ice crystals. And that's what the gums do. Xanthan gum and guar gum, they work together. They have what's called a synergy and they work well together to inhibit the crazy crystallization of ice. And that's also why when you churn ice cream, you get a different kind of a texture than if you were just to freeze that same mixture of ice cream, because you're breaking up all of the ice crystals inside and you're making a smoother texture by making smaller and smaller ice crystals. So this is just about 3 cups here, I would say, and it's gonna go closer to 4 cups after we churn it because it's going to introduce some air inside. So what's left to do right now is just to assemble the ice cream maker, and then we're going to pour this inside as it's turning. It's very important that you pour inside as it is spinning, because if you don't, you're gonna get a frozen layer of ice cream all around the inside of the bowl, which is not fun to clean up, trust me. So just make sure it's spinning already, it's on, it's spinning, and then you pour the mixture in as it's doing that. We're gonna let it do that for about 20 minutes or so, or until we get like a Wendy's Frosty to soft serve consistency, right around there. And then from there, I like to put it in the freezer for 20 to 30 minutes. That's the perfect consistency for me. Or if you want to eat it right away, you can absolutely eat it right away as soon as it comes out of the machine. Or if you want to leave it in the freezer until the next day, you can absolutely do that as well. This will freeze kind of solid in the freezer, so when you want to eat it, just take it out a few minutes before you actually want to eat it, leave it on the counter, and then it'll be good to go. So what I like to do is when I come back from the gym, I like to make the base and then I pour it into the ice cream machine. I go and take a shower and let it run while I'm in the shower. Once I'm done with my shower, I have fresh, ready to eat FroYo. So that's one of the perks of having this thing. Got a nice big spoonful of that. Just wanna. So like I said, this is actually really good consistency right now. You could just eat it straight out of here. As you can see, it's like between soft serve and regular ice cream right now. All right, so it's been about 15 or so minutes of it being in the freezer. And like I said before, it's supposed to give you 3 to 4 cups, but I ate about a cup already, so there's about 2 cups here left. I wanna see if I could scoop this out. The toppings. I gotta take some pictures. I'll be right back. Took the pictures and unfortunately it melted a little bit because it's been a little bit now. Gotta get the right angle for the thumbnails. It is what it is, but it's still delicious. So in this whole thing, which is about 3 to 4 cups, it's going to be 684 calories with 77 grams of protein, which is a ridiculous amount of protein. And if you choose to add the pretzels and the toffee bits, it'll add another 70 calories. That full fat yogurt and the cream, I mean, it's really rich. It's very rich. And the pretzels go really well with this. The toffee bits are all right. I think the toffee bits, it's just a scam for how much you get for the calories. I mean, a tablespoon of those has 80 calories and it's just about that big. I don't know. I don't think the toffee bits are worth it, but if you have the calories to spare, they're nice, but I would just go with the pretzels next time, probably. But I use the toffee bits because I had them and I just need to use them up somehow. So this is a very good way to use them. Oh, and a quick tip, if you wanna make ice cream again the next day, just wash this out right now, clean it out, and then pop it back in the freezer for tomorrow. And if you make this or if you make any of my other recipes, do not forget to tag me on Instagram. As always, I love to see what you guys are doing. If you make it in a different way than I make it, I just love seeing that. So make sure that you tag me. I'll probably be coming up with other recipes with the ice cream maker, probably more so ice cream recipes because this is a frozen yogurt recipe. And also, like usual, if you have any ideas for recipes or for videos in general, let me know in the comments. I love hearing what you have to say and all your ideas. So let me know in the comments and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.